Prospect of Kingdom Harbinger Ministries. We're Ready4R, shooting the footage, our mission on the road to autonomy at the UN, all right? And we about to do something revolutionary. The reason why we came here is because there were several UN resolutions that was released this year that directly impact those who have ancestors that were affected by the Transatlantic Slave Trade. And when we went in there, we got a lot of answers, we got a lot of good information, a lot of contact numbers, spoke to a lot of great people, and we got a lot of feedback and information that will be coming your way soon. But this is monumental. Look behind me, family. Look behind me. All right? All right, so we want to capture all of this so y'all can see. Look at this monument right here. This monument that was posted here is exactly the reason, purpose, and intent for us being here at the UN today. And a lot of people, they come and they glance over this, but they don't really acknowledge what this is. Now we're here on the grounds of the UN, and I'm going to show you guys what this is. So just so you can see behind us so that the people can see that we're here at the UN. All right, this is the entrance center right here. Straight ahead, you see the flags over there. All right, you see the globe over there. That bent up gun over here. So we're really on the grounds of the UN right now. So let me take you guys through this real quick so that way you guys can see what this monument is right here. All right, so let me take y'all in. All right, so first we have a cutout here. And this cutout here that you see here is part of the triangle. All right, the triangle in regards to the capturing and distribution of slaves from West Africa, Central Africa, to South America, the Caribbeans, Central America, and North America. All right, so most people are not even aware that this monument is here, but I'm gonna take you to a tour of this monument so you guys can see exactly what this is here, because the UN has actually enacted a day on March 25th called the International Day of Remembrance for the victims of the Transatlantic Slave Trade, all right? And we're going to see exactly what this is because two particular UN resolutions were drafted up this year and ratified in order to give us the information that we need so we can securitize our cultural and historical continuity and be able to teach this to our children and be able to retain some degree of integrity from our ancestors that were adversely affected by this. And we're gonna take a tour around this so I can show you guys what this is about real quick. All right, so stepping in the chamber. All right, on this side we have a map, global map, okay, circular map. And as you can see here, all of these dots were the various sites where slaves were picked up. All right, starting from this part of Africa, going all the way along the coast. All right, even parts of over here, if you take a look. Okay, Madagascar, other parts, South Africa. All right, and this is the triangle trade routes, okay, that they was taking the slaves. Just so you guys can see underneath, it says acknowledge the tragedy. So the UN has actually given resolutions acknowledging the atrocities that occurred in regards to the transatlantic slave trade for the benefit of our ancestors, because they're not giving us reparations. So we need to create our own reparations by understanding what they have in place and taking advantage of it. Let's move forward. All right, so what we have here is a statue, all right, of a young black boy. You can see his hair, his nappy, all right, you see his skin complexion, his lips, his wide nose, all right, and this is some of the garments that they had placed upon the slaves. The slaves really, most of them were naked coming over here, but some of them, they actually put them in garbs, all right, and this here says consider the legacy, because the UN is actually acknowledging this, and most of us are not aware of this. They actually have a decade called the International Decade for those of the African descent and the African diaspora, and this decade is to acknowledge how we were adversely affected by the transatlantic slave trade. But I'm going to move you across this statue real quick so you can see it.
It's actually a ship.
Yeah, it is. So this says, lest we forget. All right, and this right here, you can come back and look at it. This is in shape of the ships that they were used, and the water is symbolic of the sailing that was done, okay, across the Atlantic Ocean. All right, I want to take y'all here so you can see this image here. And actually have here on this marble wall here, all right, the ships, all right, and how they packed the slaves on the ships, all right. Here is a front view. This is a top view, aerial view, all right, and they actually have this here in this memorial. And this memorial, this marble memorial, was erected this year when these UN resolutions came out, acknowledging the atrocity that was committed in the transatlantic slave trade, and also the UN resolutions that was done to give us some degree of autonomy so we can preserve our culture and pass this information on to our children. This is incredible. Let me show you the rest of this. All right. So we're going to get the floor, and the floor here tells you the various areas that was involved with the transatlantic slave trade. We have the Cape Verde Islands, St. Louis, Goree, Portugal, Albreda, Casamance, Cache, Bissau, Basagas, Rio Nunez, Rio Pongo, Bunse Island, Banana Island, Sherbro, Galinhas, Mano, Gran Cabe Mount, Cabe, Masurado, Gran Bassa, Sestos River, Corte de Melaguet, Bassa, Grand Ses, Tabo, Sassandra, Lahu, Grand Bassam, Assini River, Elmina, Cape Coast Castle, Anamabu, Corentine, Apanmin, Winneba, Accra, which is in Ghana. We have Christian Board, Keta, Agone, Little Popo, Great Popo, Oida, Afra, Jakin, Porto Novo, Badagra, Lagos, Ekpe, Benin, New Calabar, Bani, Old Calabar, Lango, Malembo, Cabinda, Ambris, Luanda, Benguela, St. Helena, Cape Town, Lorenco, Marquez, Inhambans, Quilamain, Mozambique, Mahanganga, Kilwa, and Zanzibar. So these are various sites that was involved in regards to the transatlantic slave trade that we see from this actual marble memorial here, all right? You know what I'm saying? So we can wrap this up over here. Huh? Yeah, well, this memorial has been erected in result of the transatlantic slave trade that occurred to various African American or West African civilizations and their ancestors being, their descendants being here in the Americas. So what the UN did was this year they actually released several UN resolutions acknowledging this tragedy, and also they're giving remedy and recourse to the descendants of the victims of the transatlantic slave trade. So what we're doing is we're just